Okay, hello everybody. This is Sam Soto from Melodic Metal Suggestions, and we are again in another Grow Your Opinion episode. And here is with me, my friend, Leon Mirabal. How are you, Mr. Abbott?
Okay. Nice. Please, everybody, remember to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and to start this one, I don't going to present the band, and you will present you yourself. I start with the first question, who is Killing Darling?
First of all, thank you guys for the invitation. Pretty cool. I really like the name of the interview program. Growl your opinion. That's pretty cool. So, who is Killing Darlings? Well, Killing Darlings is a project that started around. Let me think. I think right after the pandemic. So we're talking probably late 2021 and early 2022. And I would say that it's a Finnish band. It's a band from Finland. And it just happens to have a South American vocalist. That's me. I'm originally from Colombia, South America. But as I said, yeah, it's a project that started right after the pandemic, and we have been doing mostly online singles and whatnot. We are kind of all over the place right now. Juicy, who is the main songwriter and pretty much like mastermind of the whole project. He was the one who started he started with this idea. He is currently living in Singapore, and then he's the guitar player, composer, arranger, and producer, and everything else. And then Juso and Kimi, bass player and drummer, they live in Helsinki or somewhere around Helsinki in Finland. And then myself, I am right now living in Texas. So yeah, at this point we are kind of all over the place, and somehow it works.
Yeah. So how often do you get together, like for recording a video? Because I saw a video where there are all of you together. And,
well, as much as we can. Before moving here to Texas, I just moved here a month ago. I was living in Germany. I was living in Munich. So it was definitely much easier for me to go to Helsinki. Right, it was a shorter trip. So last time we were all together was last Christmas. So we were there for about a week. And yeah, we just try to utilize our time as much as we can. We were there for about a week, and we recorded a music video. We recorded 3 new songs, and we recorded a live session. So and some photographs and whatnot. So we just did as much as we could during that time.
Yeah. No, it is when I found the band, I was at like surfing in YouTube, and then suddenly I saw the video Dead by Dead. And just the first picture of the video is like really catchy, like some kind of robot with guns in the pointing or something like that. And then I was like, I want to see this one because I like anime, I like cartoons. So I click on it, and then you can hear a song that is very, very melodic with heavy riffs, but still very, very melodic. And I think that's the kind of song that anybody can enjoy. Even if you're not like a metalhead, you can listen to the song and you can really enjoy it. Maybe they will say, I don't like the guttural voices or whatever. I like with the clean voices, the part with the clean voices. But in general, I think it's so catchy that anybody can enjoy that song. And you catch me immediately. And I did I shared a small video of it. And since then, I continue, I added the band to TikTok, and I continue following the band. And before I sent the invitation to the interview, it took me a long time to think about it because I didn't know if you were going to say yes or not. So I continue like trying to get another bands. But when finally I decided, okay, are you gonna send the message? Then I got that response very, very fast, and thank you for that. Thank you for being here now, because I really, really like your band since the first moment I listened to you. So once I said this, I can see that you have like let's say the expected melodic metal from Finland. But
Yeah.
I would like to know what are your biggest influences for making the music.
Yeah. You mean the band's influences or my personal influences?
You can talk about your personal, or you can talk about the complete band.
Yeah. Well, let me think. As I mentioned before, Juicy, he lives in Singapore. He's an amazing musician. I play with a guy in another band that was more like a stoner slash heavy metal band, and then after a year or two, he left the band, and then eventually I had to record some vocals for another project that I had, and I knew he had a really good ear for vocals and for melodies. So I asked him if he would be okay recording my vocals at his studio. So I went to his studio and I did the vocals for this song that I had, and when I went to his studio, I already had the song. I had all the vocals and the melodies. But once he started producing the song, he started just making these suggestions like, "Hey, why don't you try this here instead? Why don't you add this harmony here and there?" And I realized that the guy was really good at that, just finding really catchy vocal melodies. So eventually, after we finished that session, he asked me, "Hey, I have a few songs. I have a couple of songs that I'm trying to put together." And before Killing Darlings, these three guys they had another band in Helsinki. So they had a really good connection. And he said, "I'm trying to reconnect with these guys and start playing some new music, but I need somebody for the singing." So he sent me the songs, and I love them just like you. I love them right away. And my first wondering was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sing this. It's really good, but I don't know if I have the skills to sing this. So talking to Juicy, like I'm trying this too long of an answer. When I start talking to him about what he wanted to do, I asked him like, so what are your influences? And there's definitely that, as you mentioned, there's this the usual melodic death metal bands. You hear a little bit of In Flames, you hear a little bit of Dark Tranquility, obviously Amorphis, even there. So I think your usual Scandinavian melodic death metal influences are there. But I feel, for example, a guy like Juicy, I've heard from him, he really loves a band like Fate No More that happens to be very eclectic, and you can expect anything from them, right?
From them, yeah.
So I think that's also what he envisions a little bit, just even though the root of the band is melodic death metal, just having that freedom to one can be really sounding like something very heavy, strong, and very, very rooted on that. And another one can be a little bit more alternative in sounding, maybe even, I would say, a little bit more metalcore-ish than actual melodic death metal.
Yeah.
So I think definitely, as I said, the Scandinavian melodic death metal is the main influence, but then there's a little bit of everything else. I know Kimi, the drummer, and Juso, like they like a lot of what you would call modern metal. Some of these more modern bands, even some deathcore for them, they like it. And I'm more of an old school type of guy. Growing in South America, I'm more like on the thrash side. I grew up listening to Sepultura, Megadeth, all Metallica, that kind of thing, Slayer. And then I enjoy all like old school death metal, like I love
Mm,
Entomb and Dismember, Death, and
yeah, yeah.
Obituary, and those kind of bands. So I think there's a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of everything
Ah,
from
nice.
everybody there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, yeah. You can notice that in every song you have, because every song it has something different. Like for example, this song Legacy is much more, for me. It's quite more heavier than Dead by Death,
Yeah,
but still it doesn't sound like brutal heavy. It's still a very melodic, very harmonic, and you can enjoy it. And even for example, my wife, she doesn't like metal that much. She likes rock and that kind of things. But when I play your songs to her, she was like, okay. She never told me, just stop it or something, because it's very, very melodic. And I think you have something there, because that can be sell, let's say. That can be sell. People will enjoy it. I think people will really, really enjoy it. They just need to find you. They just need to know about you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like I really appreciate it. I really appreciate those comments. And yeah, I agree. I think, as I said, I got it. Like I can't take much credit as a writer in this band. I'm mostly a performer, and when it comes to the writing, it's Juicy.
Mm.
He pretty much he writes the songs and then he presents them to the band, and then we start taking like picking and choosing from there. I know Juso, the bass player, they both get together and then they
Mm.
exchange riffs and whatnot. But yeah, when it comes to my part, by the time I hear the song, it's pretty much it's everything here and there. Obviously, I
Mm.
have the freedom to have a little
To,
bit of
to
my
the
style
vocals.
and
Mm.
yeah, have my style and decide how I want to growl here and there. If I want to do a high pitch or if I want to do something a
Mm.
little bit lower pitch. But Juice is the one who has this very clear idea of what he
What he
wants, and
wants.
he definitely wants to have this melodic aspect, even when there's the extreme vocals, just making sure
Yeah.
that even
Yeah.
when we are doing the extreme vocals, there's this sense of melody
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is not
Exactly.
so percussive. Like usually when you have growling, is more of a percussive pattern,
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
and with Killing Darkness, what Juice is trying to do is just have that touch of
Yeah.
melody,
Yeah.
even in the extreme vocals.
Yeah. You don't feel it like a breakdown. It feels more like a continuity of the song,
Yeah, yeah,
following the melodies, which is really nice, because you don't feel like, okay, the song stopped here and then it comes the or
yeah.
something like that. And I really like it. I really like that. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So now, the next question is this: you were talking about who creates the music, and you're the singer. And do you usually write the lyrics? And if you do, if somebody else does it, and then what are usually the topics on your lyrics? What are the what do you try to transmit to the people?
Yeah, that's a cool question, man. It's very interesting. There's we have that freedom that anybody can bring to the table, any lyrics as well as any riffs or whatever for the writing composition. Is just at this point, Juicy is the one that is bringing most of it, the bulk of it, and at least for the first 5 songs that are right now out there, Juicy has been the main writer. I think I have had a few things here and there, just to make it rhyme better, to make it sound a little bit better here and there. But Juicy is the one who has brought the bulk. And something cool is that he usually discusses with us what the lyrics are about, and he explains it. And so far, I mean, there are different ways in which I feel he writes. There are a few songs that are very personal. For example, Dead by Dead is a very personal song for Juicy, and the lyrics are very personal. They have to do with one of his relatives who is currently going through Alzheimer's, and then he's explaining just that process, and that's why the song is called "Dead by Dead." You know, every time a memory is lost, it's a small death, right?
Correct.
And then when you watch this video, when you watch the animated video, what you see there is just being inside the mind of this person, and just seeing how those memories are fading away little by little, like every single thing. And then like these soldiers that are in there, it's kind of like these soldiers are sent on a mission. They're getting there to rescue this person, but they're dying. Like every one of them is just falling, and it's just a small death of the mind. So that's a very personal song. But then another song like Scorch Bond, it's a whole idea that he had in his head about a story that I remember when he told me the story, it reminded me of this Tarantino movie Kill Bill, something like that. And it's just pretty much a psychopath going like a woman who's a psychopath going nuts on a guy, like, you're gonna be with me or you're gonna be with nobody. So there's that. So he has either something very personal or a story that comes to his mind, or a song like Legacy that is more like an anthemic song, right? It's more like an anthem and kind of giving a positive vibe and just giving a positive message. So it can go anywhere. It can go from something very personal to something more general and something that everybody can relate to, or a specific story.
Yeah, you don't have like a line of the topic that you have to talk about this. Only magic, or only satanic, or only this. It can be anything.
There's definitely, if there's something that I could say that it's a theme, is that the lyrics are somehow, in the dark spectrum. Like there's you're not gonna find happy lyrics there, right? Like you're not gonna find happy lyrics about, yay, life is beautiful, life is rose, right? Like you're not gonna find anything like that. Like there's definitely some sort of darkness to the lyrics, but they can be from one spectrum to the other.
That's exactly what Mariana Rest told us, no, Johncito, that even the pop music in Finland is like melancholic, or it's not like the lyrics is not happy, or sometimes they even input some rhythms that are not happy at all. Like even the pop,
it's sad and dark, something like that. Even the pop music.
I want to move from Norway to Finland, man. That's what I like.
Yeah, I think you nailed it there. That working with these guys, there's that melancholy aspect that their music has, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's like
then if it was the chicken or the water they drink or something.
right. I don't know exactly what it is, but definitely there's this
something
sort of
cultural. I think something cultural.
Melancholy
they have from
in their music.
The ancient times, maybe. Every country is different.
Something that has surprised me, because I never consider, at least with what I knew from, I don't know, from movies, from media, from social media, etc., about people from Finland, is that they actually have a pretty good sense of humor. Like so they can be funny people. I constantly crack myself up when I'm talking to those guys. Pretty self-deprecating humor and whatnot. So that's something that I didn't know about them, and I find it pretty cool.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, and here in Norway, it's so hard to talk to somebody. to another Norwegian is so hard. But every country is different.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so what is the biggest obstacle that you have to face as a band?
Obstacles. I think right now, the obvious one, the geographical location. The fact that we are not living in the same place, but at the same time, these days, we have technology that we can record from anywhere. And even, I would say, even if we were living in the same place, it's not that easy these days. Yeah, and it's not that easy these days just to get together and I don't know, like say like you were going to practice once a week, things like that. So we somehow make it work. We try to use, pretty straightforward strategies that help us out to maximize our time and our tools the best possible way. So yeah, I would say right now the biggest obstacle is that the geographical location that leads to not being able to play too many shows. Right. That's the main thing, that we won't be able to play too many shows, and then we have to be really careful about and really quote unquote picky about the kind of shows that we want to play. We want to make sure that there are shows that are worth it.
Correct. If you are gonna all get together and coming from wherever you are, it has to worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Otherwise, can do it from home. So what do you do essentially? You record your part individually, then you send it to them, to Juicy, and then he put everything together, matches and all that kind of stuff.
Well, we've done it in many different ways. So let me take you back to 2021, 2022. So when we recorded the first couple of songs, that was Dead by Dead, and I can't remember the name of the other one. I'll check it out in a sec. But when we recorded the first two songs, I was living in Singapore, and then I went to Juicy's studio, and I record my vocals there. I record my vocals there with him. He was producing the vocals, making sure that everything was sounding as good as possible. Then, if I'm not wrong, then Juicy, he was back in Finland, and then he was in the studio with bass player and drummer. Yeah, making sure. And then, so that was the first batch of songs. For the second one, it's even more interesting. I did a pre-production with Juicy in Singapore. And you know what? I honestly, I thought they sounded great. I thought the vocals were already great. And then I get a few messages from Juicy, and he's like, all right, we're ready to start recording for real. So I'm like, oh gosh. So I was in Germany. I was in Munich. And then what we did is that we recorded remotely. So it was a really cool process. I was in Munich, Germany, in my home studio, while Juicy was in Singapore at his home studio. And then we would record live. So we were having just something like what we're doing right now. Yeah. And through a software, he could see what I was recording on my DAW in my DAW, but I was recording my Pro Tools, and he could see what I was recording. He could listen to me, and then he produced my vocals just that way. It was the first time I ever did that, and that was mind blowing. Just real time, remotely. He's like, hey, try this, try that, do it again, whatever, right? And then, so that was really cool. And then the last three songs that we recorded, the first one is coming out August 16. That's when I flew to Helsinki, and then we went to studio and we recorded there. Juicy was producing, and then there was Jan, Finnish producer that was there in the studio with him. So we've done it in different ways. If you ask me, to me, the best one is just to be there present with the producer, being in the same space, the same studio. That to me is where I feel we have gotten the best results.
Yeah. Wow. He could notice which part you had to repeat live. Wow. That's
Oh
amazing.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Great years. Yeah, like right away. Like, he would read, just like what you
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah,
sometimes in the documentaries or the movies. Like I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
finish whatever line, he's like, do it again, do it again. Yeah. You're almost there, but I need you to do it again. So it's just like,
Wow.
okay, let's try it. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, wow. Did you sounded like as he wanted, essentially? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever is the vision he wanted, and he had, we made it happen.
Yeah. No, no, I really like your voice, the guttural and the clean voice. I think it fits perfect with the music.
Oh,
And
thanks, man.
I will never. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't have those kind of voices in Latin America, but for me, in my experience, it's very hard to find a clean voice or somebody that sings a clean voice in Latin America. Usually, in Latin America, we like to sing like guttural, but totally
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole time. We don't
yeah,
sing clean that much.
yeah. I can definitely relate to that. There are amazing extreme vocalists in
Mm.
South America. There are some amazing singers as well. I mean, like I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you, Sam and Leon. There's a new generation of extreme metal musicians that are so amazingly talented. And you find amazing guitar players, amazing drummers,
Mm.
and right now you find out there some amazing vocalists. And I think again, this is all thanks to technology. Like
Mm.
some of these kids that are in their early 20s, they have access to so much educational content and,
Yeah.
and and so many things that in the past, I don't know, I would listen to a Sepultura song and I couldn't find a tutorial how to play it on guitar. I have just to
Yeah.
try to
Correct.
come up with any ideas how I would play it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think things are changing, and then the
Mm.
talent that we are seeing from Latin America,
Yeah.
it's huge. It's once again, as you said, it just needs to be found, right? It just
Yeah.
needs to be,
Correct.
it needs to get to the ears of people
Yeah.
who love this type of music.
Yeah. Mm.
And thank you again. Thank you for the compliments.
No, no, no. You deserve it. And, so passing to the next questions, um, you talk. You said that for you, something that was really difficult is to get concerts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I don't know how many concerts you have already. The question will be from the concert that you already have done. Do you have some experience or some concert that really mark your life uh, in a personal way or as a band? Like something like you said, this concert, this happened, or the
Yeah.
audience was like this, or something that you can remember?
Yeah. So as I said, we have not played live with Killing Darlings so far, but in my quote unquote musical career,
Mhm.
my experience playing in bands, yeah, I've had some pretty good shows. I've toured the U.S., toured Mexico, of course, loved it there. Toured a few countries in Colombia, in South America, Colombia, Ecuador, and play a few times in Europe, different places. So for some reason, for me, and I guess that has to do just with the connection. Some of my favorite shows have always been in Bogota, Colombia.
Mm.
I think Bogota is a huge place, just like Mexico City. It's a huge city. You find people for everything, and then every time I've played there with some of my other bands, it has always been a great experience.
Mm.
The connection with the people, people just appreciating what we're doing. It has been a great feeling. So if I have to talk about a place where I enjoy, where it has really been of significance for me playing live, I would say Bogota.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's funny. This in our countries, Mexico, Colombia, and Brazil, in the capitals, you can find anything. No, I wouldn't
Oh
like to
yeah,
live there. They're huge and so
yeah.
crowded. But people don't believe me when I tell them that you want to buy a giraffe in Mexico City. You can buy a giraffe in Mexico City.
Oh yeah,
You
oh
can
yeah,
find it.
yeah. I believe you, man.
That crazy. Is that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've played in Mexico City a few times, and you know, as anything else, some have been better than others. You know, like we've played there, and it has been a great show, and then you go again thinking that it's going to be great, and you play for 10 people. So you know, it
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
happens.
yeah,
That's the way it is. That's the way it goes with heavy metal.
yeah,
Especially when you're in these underground bands. But yeah,
yeah,
I love Mexico City. Great place to visit. I don't know if I would love to live there, but
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
visiting is a great place to go
Yeah,
to.
yeah. I think that people in Mexico is sometimes they get really harsh to get connected. Once you get connected to them, is like probably the best fans ever. But to
Yeah,
start getting connection with them, sometimes it's really hard, really, really hard. They sometimes they don't give you the chance to
I see.
listen or to see who you are. But once they love you, man, they will love you like forever. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, you guys have. I don't know these days because I don't follow much these days, but at least in the '90s, in early 2000s, you know, the rock scene from Mexico.
I
I
was
think it
really
was just pretty much an example for the rest of Latin America. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
it's just some amazing bands of all sorts of genres, right? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
pop rock all the way to extreme metal.
yeah,
Some amazing
yeah,
talent.
yeah, yeah.
So, what are you currently working on right now?
Let's see. We have a few things going on. We have a new single coming out August 16th. It's called Unspoken. Uh, if you ask me right now, it's probably my favorite song from all what we've done. So there's a music video coming out. There's also a
Mm.
lyric video coming out. It's going to be on, you know, all platforms August 16th. So that's what we are releasing right now. And after that, we have a couple more singles that we're going to be releasing same way. We're going to be releasing a music video, a lyric video, and just trying to push the word out there, man. Just trying to make sure that people get a chance to listen to the band, that people get give the band a chance, and then
Mm.
people can listen to it. And you know, these spaces like this, what you guys are
Mm.
providing for some other people to listen to us, that's great. So that's where we're up to right now. We are promoting the new single Unspoken, August 16, all
Mm.
platforms.
Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, something that we've been getting from the band that we interviewed before is that they say like it's very hard to get known because there are
Yeah.
so many bands, and especially in Finland, there are so many bands and so many good bands that if you wanna listen to Killing Darlings, pretty much you need to be digging.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like this one. Okay, this is good. Okay, okay, I'm gonna save this one for later, and then boom, you get Killing Darlings. Then you listen to it. Okay, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the bands that I like. Then you give the
Yeah.
light, and then you listen later. And also because times are like that, right? Like everything is very fast. You don't stay too much time. You don't spend too much time in one single spot.
Yeah.
We are all the time pa 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 pa. So it's like in most of the time when you listen to a band, you listen to a song, you save it, and you say, okay, I'm gonna continue listening the rest of the songs later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you will remember, maybe you won't remember, something like that, because we have so many options and everything is so fast that it's really, really, really hard to get that connection initially with the people. That's what we heard from other bands, and that's what we notice even with our channel. It's really
Yeah.
hard to get
Yeah, man,
connection.
I can't agree more. It's right now these days is a huge ocean
Mhm.
of bands, and then it's hard. It's very hard to cut through the noise and to get to catch somebody's attention. It's almost like you, and when somebody finds you, it's like you have the first 30 seconds to
Yes,
to get
yes.
that person to listen to you, because if not,
Everybody said
there
the
are
same. Yes.
another million songs that they're gonna go like next, next, next. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read when was it? Probably, I don't know, a few months ago. The statistics in is like every week is like how many million songs are released in all sorts of genres. I don't know, millions. So
Yes.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
But man, you gotta do what you
You
gotta
gotta do
do.
what
Like,
you got.
and you have control. You gotta do what you have control over. That is, do your absolute best. Try
Yeah.
the, your absolute best when you're writing the songs, when you're producing songs, when you get to the studio. Just put all your heart in it. And when you are going through that process of mixing and mastering, which I really enjoy, it's one of the most beautiful processes for
Yeah.
me in the music making uh, process. You just do your absolute best. And once you put your songs out there, it's out of your hands. It's out
Yeah.
of your hands. There are just too many stars that need to be aligned
Mm.
for people to listen to your song, to like your song, to share your
Share
song,
yours.
and to tell the rest of the world, like, I love this band, you should listen to it. So there are so many variables, there are so many things that need to happen that you cannot worry about that. You cannot
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah.
that too much. You do your best with what you have control over. And once you put your songs out there,
Yeah. Yeah.
try your best. Yeah, if you have a team that is going to help you out with pushing your songs and connecting with, I don't know, influencers, websites, and magazines, that's amazing. But it's just too many variables for you to be worried. Are people going to listen to me? Is like, you try your best, you put it out there, and if it happens, amazing. If not, you just keep doing it. You
Keep
keep
doing it
working,
because
right?
right.
Because I
Yeah. Yeah.
mean, it wouldn't make any sense either to just give up right away after a
Yeah.
few songs and like, well, people didn't listen to me, so this is not for me. So then it means that you were not in there for the
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
reasons.
You just made me remember when I was a kid and in my time. I don't know how old are you, but probably I'm the oldest of the three of us. And I remember I was very happy with my five cassettes or CDs. Like,
Yeah,
okay, Pantera, Slayer, Sepultura, and maybe Impale Nazareth or maybe Bursum. And I have my five disc, five cassettes, and I was very happy listening to this one the whole time. And I knew every single corner of every single song because that's all I had. Getting
yeah,
more music, it was harder at that time. You don't have internet, you don't have MTV, no TV cable, so you had to chase the the cassette and the music. And in my city, it is not a metal city. It's not a big city, so I had to go to Guadalajara to buy more music. But I was so happy with my five cassettes. I remember. And now, man, you have in Spotify. I just created this uh, a playlist for the channel, Melodic Metal Suggestions. Man, I like this song. I put it. I like this song. Right now, I have like more than 5,000 songs. I think it's amazing. It's something totally different. You can listen a song, and maybe the whole week you won't listen to the same song again.
yeah. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's something similar happens to me. I have my playlist as well, and every time I listen to a band that I just discovered, I get in the
Mm.
playlist, and I'm like, I gotta come back and listen to it. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's like, totally forget about the band, and
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
months later. It's like, oh right, I love this band,
Oh yeah, yeah. Correct.
and I haven't listened to the album, or even I don't know if it happens to you guys. Like there's a big band that we all love, and they are gonna release their new album. They release that album on a Friday. You listen to the album once, and then next week there are so many other bands that you don't listen to it again, and then it's after months later. It's like, oh yeah, I have listened to this album once.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
it happens. It
And it's a
happens.
big band. Yeah, like you said, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
big band.
yeah,
And even then, that happened to them.
yeah, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Hmm. We need to do something, Leoncito, to call to get everybody's attention. Like I don't know, something funny or I don't know. We need to find something. That's the thing. What I seen since I started the TikTok and I'm searching bands the whole time. Mm, the you train the algorithm in a way that, for example, if I had this band that maybe they are not too big and they are not like the best that I like, man, but they are all the time in front of my TikTok or in front of my screen because they are doing like funny things, as a band. They are doing funny things and I keep watching it for 60 seconds. And that's enough to get more videos from them.
Yeah, yeah,
And at some point I started listening to their music all the time.
yeah. That's the algorithm getting into you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
algorithm controlling you.
Yeah, yeah. They're going to control you. You think you control your TikTok, but no, it's backwards. And
Yeah,
but the thing is that like now bands, in the past everything was so on the ground that sometimes you don't even know the faces of the musicians. Now musicians they need to be showing the faces, doing something fun or something to get connection with the people, so you can keep watching them. And it's the only way I think that it works right now.
yeah, yeah. I have a good friend that always says, "Rock and roll is a vicious game."
Mm,
So yeah, these are the days we're living right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And we have to adapt or die. Yeah. Okay, Leoncito. Next question, s'il vous plaît.
So, where would you like to be in the next 3, 5 years?
Oh gosh, where would I like to be the next 3 to 5 years?
Or maybe 10, I don't know.
Hopefully alive.
Just to start.
Just to
Yeah.
start.
Let's see. I don't know, man. Hard for me to tell, but if anything, just I would like for Killing Darlings to keep being consistent. Just to keep releasing material as we are doing it. Again, talking about what Sam was mentioning. Trying to adapt to the way things are working these days. You probably have noticed we have not released an album yet. We are just doing the singles, in an attempt to adapt to the ways that these platforms work these days. So I would, if anything, what I would wish is just to keep making music, being consistent, keep releasing stuff, and just hopefully little by little, but in a steady way, getting more awareness from people. Just people realizing that we're out there, people checking us out. Just trying to be realistic, right? Not necessarily like I don't want to think or want to say like, oh, we want to be playing the big European festivals, or we want to be touring with X or Y band, because at this point I don't find that too realistic. It could happen. It could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But trying to keep kind of grounded, I would say in 3 to 5 years, keep releasing music, grow our audience, and hopefully have good reasons to play live.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Enough people that are interested in this band that we are going to play live, and we know people are going to show up.
Oh, nice. Actually, your goals are really grounded, because you want to go like step by step instead of trying to get biggest steps. And maybe sometimes when you think on big steps, you get so disappointed that you just abandon what you're doing. But if you go small steps, like Like for example, me with my TikTok, I got so desperate at the beginning because it was growing up like very slow, and then I said, no, I need to go first for 100, 100 followers, and I focus in 100. I focus in 100. I never told them I want a million or I want 10,000. You
Yeah.
know, 100. I got the 100. Okay, what new or what different I need to do to get another 100? Okay, I need to start changing this. I need to start changing that. And then I got the second 100. Something like that. Small steps, I think, is better since you can focus in your goal and get motivated, not demotivated. And I think your thinking is really good. That's the best.
Yeah, man, and that goes for everything in life, right? Uh, you know, just being goal oriented is uh, a great way to find success, but it's
We
you
also
need to
get
find reachable goals, and then you may have a goal, but it's not about, oh, I want to get this done. It's like, what are the steps to get there? That's what do I have to do to get to this goal? So I think not only for killing darlings or for music, but just in life, that's for me at least.
Yeah.
It's a good way to approach life in general.
Okay. So now let's start closing this. Can you please tell us, for the people that doesn't know Killing Darling, we know that so far you have released 5 singles, but which of these singles would you recommend to somebody to start listening about Killing Darlings?
Oh, well, I would say if you want to listen to just one song from the ones we have out there, Legacy is a great song. It's a pretty straightforward melodic death metal song. It has a very anthemic chorus, so I think it has everything. It has the catchy, clean vocals. If you are into that kind of choruses, it has the aggression and it has the melody. And if you are a little bit more patient, once again, August 16, Unspoken is coming out. Probably my favorite song so far, and I love it. And I think people who are into melodic death metal would like it as well.
Oh, very good, very good. For me, I've been talking about this song the whole interview. Dead by Dead. For me, it was the first song I listened from you guys. The video is really catchy. You will watch the video. I will put it in the description of this video, of this interview, the link to that song, because for me, I think it's amazing. It's the perfect one to start. Usually, usually when we recommend the song from the bands, usually we recommend something in the middle or something newer, you know.
Uh-huh.
But for me, your first song is the one that they need to start with. That one.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That's so cool because it's I love the song. I really like that song. I think it has also a little bit of everything. You know, it has those orchestral elements as well, like there's the orchestration. It has that really sad feeling. You know, heavy sad feeling. It's a good song. It's a very good song. That's another one. Dead by Dead. Pretty amazing animated video. So yeah, definitely that's another song for people to check out.
Yeah, good. So okay, let's start closing this. Leoncito, any last
All right.
words?
And again, for the people who doesn't know you, can you tell us all your media or your social media, your page, or where people can find you?
This is going to be a hard one. I don't know much of the social media. All right, let's see. Once again, thank you very much, guys. This has been a great chat. It's been really cool talking to you guys. For people who are checking out this conversation, Killing Darlings, you can find us everywhere. We are, in your usual social media platforms. Killing Darlings IG at Killing Darlings IG on Instagram. Killing Darlings on TikTok. It might be something else on TikTok. I can't remember right now, but I'm pretty sure if you go there and you type Killing Darlings, it's going to show up.
Yeah.
We're obviously on Facebook as well. So you can find us anywhere, and you can also find us on any streaming platform, Killing Darlings. So check us out, give us a chance, listen to the songs. And if you like them, let us know. Let us know about it. Kimi, our drummer, he's kind of our social media guy, and he always replies to everybody. He always gets in touch with people who enjoy the band. So I'm pretty sure that if you like the music, if you just make a comment, write something, Kimi will get back to you, and you can talk to one of the members of the band.
So I think that he's the one to answer me when I asked for the interview.
Oh yeah. He was the one that you talked to, and then he was like, "You're gonna do this interview." I was like, "Why me?" And it's like, "Because you're the vocalist."
Yeah, honestly, it was kind of weird when they told me, Kike is gonna do the interview.
Yeah, but
Colombia.
okay,
I thought that
yeah,
maybe it's because we were all Latinos.
yeah. I didn't know that part. So that I learned at the end when he told me, "Hey, there's this interview, and then I think you should be the one who does it since you're the vocalist." I was like, oh, "Okay, whatever, I'll do it. That's fine with me." Yeah, I mean, like I was like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But I feel that since he's the one who's been doing the whole social media thing, he would be the most interested in doing it. But he was like, "No, since you're the vocalist, you should do it." I was like, "All right, I'll do it." And then he mentioned, he mentioned, I think they're from Mexico.
Okay.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Yeah. So yeah, that's
nice.
pretty cool for those people that have been checking this interview before we start recording it. We were just talking Spanish since I think Spanish is everybody's first language. So yeah, we were talking Spanish. I'm going to go in Spanish real quick. So, para las personas de Latinoamérica, de Sudamérica o de cualquier país hispanohablante, también para que nos chequen en todas las plataformas, Killing Darlings, nos pueden escribir en español. A Kimi, el encargado de todas las plataformas, también le gusta practicar el español, así que me encantaría ver más gente de Sudamérica que conozca la banda. Entonces, si nos están escuchando también, para gente que habla español, Killing Darlings.
Wow. Nice. I think I speak better English than Spanish. Even when Spanish is my first language, I'm Mexican, so I'm always bringing these weird slangs.
I love it. I love the Mexican slang.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you again, Kike, for being here in this interview, for giving us part of your time. It's been a very interesting, very entertaining, very funny. We know you now. We know a little bit more about the band. And now, Lucito, again, we have a new friend. And hopefully, if Killing Darlings becomes as huge as you want to be, I hope you remember us. And let us know when you are going to release something else. And for sure, we're going to try to help you to promote it and try to make noise for you guys, because you really, really deserve it. You have a great music. You have a good singer. So
Amazing singer,
actually. And so you have everything you need to success. It's just that people need to hear you. That's it. That's why we are here. So hopefully we're gonna put you guys in the people's ears. And so that's it for me. This was another episode from Grow Your Opinion, and stay metal. Bye.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks to you, man.
Okay.
Damage now we are going to see into the eyes so far enemy. No one wanted it to come to this, but we never back down. Never back down.